Tom Hanks, it's so lovely to meet you.
Pleasure. Nice to see you.
Now, in Captain Phillips, you capture possibly one of the most realistic portrayals of someone in shock, and I think it's a scene that everyone comes away from talking about. But how on earth did you kind of hone that performance?
Well, you just go there. It's when you start taking on a movie, the moment you start visualizing in your head, not long after you read it for the first time, you just start preparing for anything that's going to come at you. So months and months of just thought preparation. Then we shot for about 12 weeks before we got around to some of the more harrowing scenes that we had. So we had a lot of I don't know what do you call it, ammunition sort of stored up. And the nature of the film that Paul Greengrass makes, is a very environmental one. I don't really recall shooting little pieces of it here and there. We would shoot full, long scenes again and again and again. So after a while, the cameras disappear, and even the breaks seem in our minds to become shorter and shorter and shorter in between the scenes, and you just start living it.
So Paul Greengrass didn't just point at you and go, right, hyperventilate now.
No.
That would have been hilarious.
We were on an actual a sister ship of the actual ship that rescued Phillips, and it's a very dynamic atmosphere. I mean, there's a lot of hardware around, and it's not fake. It's not on a set where you could walk off it. It's the real thing, and you're surrounded by real personnel doing real procedure and real behavior. And it does infect you, and you're able to throw yourself into it in a way that you're not even aware of.
You know how some actors deliberately separate themselves from each other when they're supposed to be enemies, like during filming? Was there any of that with the actors playing the pirates?
In fact, we never met the actual actors who were playing the Somali hijackers until they hijacked our ship. We all figured, it was never announced, but all of us who were on board the crew of the Maersk Alabama, we said, I don't think we're going to meet these guys. Have you met them? We were all comparing notes. I said, no, days off, we'd never come across. We could see these guys who looked like Somalis on the periphery of the film, but we realized that, I know what Paul's doing. Greengrass is not going to have us meet until they come barreling onto the bridge. That's exactly what happened. And it was, let me just say, that was extremely effective, because we have never felt more middle-aged and out of shape and at someone else's mercy as when those four guys came into the guns blazing and the whole bit. It made the hair stand up on the back of our neck.
I can imagine it must have been terrifying. You've done pretty much every genre of film under the sun. You're still surprising us with your performances. When you look back on your career, is there something that you think, yes, I still need to make that film, there's still that?
No, I don't. That would be like putting some sort of inorganic prism onto everything you do. The stuff that I've been lucky enough and able to do have been very easy yeses, and I've never looked for anything completely specific, because then you kind of like put a square peg in a round hole, and something will be off.
Finally, if I was to take you out in London for a night out, where would you want to go? What would you want to do?
A night out in London? That's intriguing. I've done a lot of stuff here. Look, I'm not a club guy. I'm not one of those dudes. Let's get one of those Barclays bicycles, which I have yet to figure out how to get out of the racks. Let's get on one of those Boris bikes, and let's just start wandering around. Let's just go where there is no bike paths, where there's not too much, and not the tourist places. Let's go to those back streets. Let's just head towards the Isle of Dogs and then head back again, and make sure we stop every now and again and enjoy, some of the local refreshments in moderation, because we will be riding, but just a couple here and there. And if it's in the summertime, let's make it a refreshing shandy, and try to return the Boris bikes to their original racks if we can find them.
That's near impossible.
No, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd be a Ronnie Scott's kind of guy.
Ronnie Scott's?
Yeah, jazz club.
Oh, that okay. Hey,
let's do that
can
as well.
you get there on bikes? Let's go.
Let's go.